Yeah. And so I started doing research, and I narrowed it down. I was the spreadsheet person as well, and I narrowed it down to 4 agencies and started calling. And TravelQuest was the last agency that I called. And as soon as I got off the phone, I told Terry, I said, "This is the one." They were kind, helpful. They've got the right. They've got my kind of idea of what you do to help people, and so here I am, and that's what I do. But what I normally do, I do a little bit of everything. I love selling. I love cruise. I love to cruise, and I also love selling cruises. And so once I'm retired in a couple of years, because it'll be, I've just got a couple more years that I'm going to stay in education, and I start to narrow focus and broaden client base. It's going to be more in cruises than it is probably anything else. But right now I have all I can say grace over, because my job is my music job. I go to we have 120 events a year in the school district. So I go to a good chunk of those, as well as my being there during the day and all that. So I've got what I can do, and brought her on, and life is good. So that's what I do.
We have one letter left.
T.
Well, we have many, but only one has somebody in the room.
Terry.
I'm Teresa Krause. I go by Terry, connected to Sam. Mm-hmm. And I, after 34 years in education, retired a couple of years ago. And so at that point, I was just watching her do this, because I was a band teacher for many years and then a school counselor, and everything that, especially now with mental health issues, everything that goes with that. So I wasn't really able to help Sam when she got started. But now that I'm retired, I'm very much a support role and help her out. For a year, we took on the travel stuff for our school district, and then after a year, we reevaluated and we actually cut them loose for various reasons. Anyway, did that, and I do a lot of the trainings and try to help figure out where we need to send people, what we need to do. In fact, I did one of the webinars on the Joy, talking about the roller coaster. We have some clients traveling on this to Alaska in June because of the webinar that I had done with you guys. And so anyway, I try to keep up and kind of tie together all the loose ends when she's at school and she can't make those calls during business hours. I do a lot of that. So I love getting people hooked up with adventure cruises. I'm cruising Hurtigruten. We do sell a lot of Norwegian.
We do.
So
that and Princess.
So that's So that's my story. So I got to retire 2 years ago. She gets to retire in a couple of years.
So you're still at the grind.
I'm still doing it.
We're very much looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So Cinda. Okay, now here's where's the redfish? Like,
Redfish. Yeah. We'll start with the redfish. Okay, so I sent out travel tips to you guys, or just a couple things to help you guys kind of prepare for the trip. And I said, okay, you guys look for the fish in the carpet back in your cabin area. And I said, you're walking with the fish, it means you're going to the front of the ship. And if you're walking against the fish, it means you're going to the back of the ship. And it does kind of help you sometimes figure out if you are going the right direction. Because, I know I'm in the front of the ship, but, 12 cocktails later, I want to make sure I'm going with the fish. But anyhow, other ships, there's a little red one dotted in there every once in a while, and I thought for sure there was going to be a redfish on the carpet. So I got here. The first thing I thought when I was walking to my room, where's the redfish? So anyhow, there is a redfish on all of our other ships, and the redfish are really the idea behind the redfish is that's Norwegian. And Norwegian is going against the grain of the other cruise lines. So all the other fish are the cruise lines, and we're going the other direction with how we sell our cruising. We do the freestyle, and we give the promotions, and we want to just kind of be the different cruise line out there, being the freestyle guys with no dress codes, no dining hours, none of that kind of stuff. That's kind of the old-fashioned way. So we're the fish going that way, and all those other little fish are our competition. So that's the history behind it.
Well, we got some red wine. I can make one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, by the end of this trip, there might be one somewhere. But, in the meantime, we don't have one in this card, but that's the history behind the redfish. But anyhow, you guys all have such great stories. You all you're so lucky you work for Travel Quest. I just have to tell you, they're a phenomenal host agency. I love them. Bonnie and Walt have so much energy, and they're always doing these crazy things. But the thing that I really applaud them for is they get so involved. Like, you know, they're trying everything on our ship that sometimes kids would try. You know, they're in the cars, they're in the
I only
Galaxy.
did the laser
They're creating, but you know, they're doing all this different stuff. And then they post things they post all this crazy stuff on Facebook. And I just have to give a big thanks to you guys, because you do so much to energize your agents. And I have to tell you, if I was going to pick a host agency, I'd pick Travel Quest without even looking at anybody else, because I just see what you do for your ICs, and I am just blown away.
I just always believe what goes around. I believe it goes around, comes around. When I die, I do not want anybody looking at me saying, "What were you thinking?"
But you're so engaged. You guys are so engaged with everybody. Nobody should feel left out. If anybody is an IC that feels left out in Travel Quest, then it's their own fault. Because you guys just do so much to get all of you guys involved.
Well, it's because of the spreadsheet people.
Yeah. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not a spreadsheet girl, and I don't have an affinity to Disney. And you know, I came from Delta. I won't bore you with the rest. My whole history is travel, but I most recently came from Delta Airlines in Minneapolis. I live in Burnsville, which is a suburb of Minneapolis. So my goal is to try and touch as many of you guys as possible to help make you successful. And my whole focus is ICs. I'm not so much about going into the brick and mortars. They're great and they're fine, but you can't get their attention all that well, because you know their phones are ringing, people are walking in the doors. There's just stuff going on. They're looking at their computers while they're looking at you, and it's just not that easy to get them engaged. So the thing that I just love is sitting down one-on-one with the ICs. So if you guys ever want to meet somewhere, please let me know. Sandy, I'll just give you my example. I didn't know Sandy was an IC down in Rochester. I'm down there one day making sales calls for the brick and mortars. Sandy just happens to reach out to me and I go, "Oh my God, I'm right down here in Rochester today." I'm like, "Right here, I'll meet you." Well, unfortunately, because I couldn't set an appointment ahead of time, so I didn't know she was there. But then she ended up having a dentist appointment. But we did work kind of hard to try and squeeze something in that afternoon. But had I known she was there, I definitely would have set something up ahead of time with her. So let me know where you are, because I come down to Iowa, and I go out to the Dakotas, and I'm in Nebraska. Those are my territories pretty much. But I will come to you in the best way that I can. But I'll do one-on-one webinars with you. I'll do one-on-one.
That's what I was going to say.
I'll do one-on-one. I do webinars.
Or Zoom or
yes, I do
like
Zoom, and I'll do one-on-one webinars. I'll do it as a group. I'll do it as an individual. I'll do as many as you want. I've had a couple agents come back to me 3 times. It's like, "I need another one." I'm like, "Okay, that's great." I would rather have you come and say, "I need another one," than to just blow me off and go, "You know, it's just too much of a hassle." So my whole bread and butter really is Travel Quest. I'm not going to lie. They are my bread and butter, and I very much am cognizant of that, and I want to do everything I can to make you guys successful, and I want to be helpful, and I want you to go, "Gosh, I like Norwegian," because anytime I call Cinda, either I get an answer or she sends me to the right place or she's working on my behalf to get something corrected that went wrong on a cruise. Whatever the case may be, I am your NCL link. And if you guys aren't comfortable working with me, or I'm not giving you the materials or the information that you need, then I'm not a good resource, and I don't want to be viewed as not being a good resource. So because Travel Quest is so important to me, you guys are all my children. You're all my peeps. And I've worked with so many of you long distance, and I see the names, and I'm just like, "Oh, that's her." You know. So, but please don't hesitate to reach out for anything you want. Nothing's out of the question. I'm trying to do road shows in different places. I've got Lincoln and Des Moines coming up in June, but I want to do a big Alaska one in Minneapolis, late September, early October at the latest. I'm trying to get Carlin, who all of you went to see the Destination Alaska thing. I'm trying to get Carlin to come in because she's just such a phenomenal, fun speaker, and she really knows the Alaska cruise tour market like nobody's business. And that's such a big thing, kind of up here in the Midwest, or I guess we're kind of selling down to LA right now, but you know what I mean, and where we came from. So I'm trying to put together, educational things. If you're not getting my it's about twice a month. I send out an email. It's got my picture up in the corner. Please kind of drift through those, you guys, when you get them. I know you get a lot of stuff. I totally get getting a lot of emails. Norwegian's a king and queen of it. But I do put links and things in there that are meant to help you. I put in cheat sheets. I put in updates on things, and I try not to just blab about the same stuff. I try and put in something different, something that's important to you guys. So please just breeze through them and make sure you look at them, because there are just some stuff in there that will really help you along, especially some of the I have a cheat sheet on the Haven, I have a cheat sheet on cruise tours for Alaska. I just put in a lot of tools that I think will make you guys want to work with me easier, because you can find the information and not have to sort and sift and not sit on hold or wait 12 hours to get a department within NCL to get back to you. So
did you guys know, because I think I knew this, but I actually refreshed myself this morning when I did that thing with you and Gina, that if you're taking the NCL training and you become a PhD to whatever, it's like they have different levels, that once you take that, if you have sold 5 cruises, or when you sell 5 cruises, you get a complimentary NCL cruise.
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. Well, obviously, I don't have spreadsheets on education.
I had my PhD long ago, and then I never took my PhD cruise, so then I had to retake the training, because they changed the training. So I have mine booked for December.
Oh,
You
great!
take that darn thing before you come up with a new one.
Wonderful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good for you. Yeah. So if you haven't done your NCLU courses, and I'll tell you the other
And
thing.
they're fun.
Yeah, they are. They're short. They're easy.
Sure.
You can't fail with the.
Does the group count? I mean, all your cabins inside the group count, or is it?
No, it's 5 individual 7+ night sailings.
So what do groups count for anything in there?
Not in that particular.
Well, we're just going to have
Facet.
to write a letter.
Of
We're going to mail it to
course.
Andy.
But once you get your master's and then you get your 5 sailings, and all you have to do to complete your PhD is take a couple more electives, and the electives are really short for you guys that haven't taken them. They're super easy. They're super fast. But once you hit your PhD level, you get 30% off on Norwegian cruises. So that's another, knowledge is going to save you money. And it looks good down in your signature block if you say you're a certified cruise consultant or whatever, and I don't know, just tout your knowledge, But please let me know what I can do to help you guys out. My job is to be here for you. And so if I don't know who you are, I don't know how to find you. And ICs are kind of tricky to find sometimes. So please reach out to me. If you don't have my contact information, I should be
Yep, she's
on
in
your
the
intranet.
You're going to be in Orlando when you talk
Yes,
about...
I will be down at
She's gonna
the
be in
expo
Orlando.
in September. Yeah, I'll
and
be there
when you
too.
talk about like your the training, the Alaska potentially in Minneapolis, we'll always be there. Like with it'll be a live Zoom meeting, so if you're not there, you can still basically be there. Buy some salmon, cook it up at home.
Yeah, put it on in your kitchen, sit down, have your
Whatever
salmon and watch
you
the
need
cruise
to
tour
do.
show.
Do you have all Travel Plus ICs, no matter where they are in
The
United
only
States, or-
kind of exception to that scenario is the Texas market. They kind of have a little bit of a different setup. 'cause
That's
there's-
like Terry Denton, who technically is leisure, but he's the leisure side since we since we merged last year.
Southern Alabama. As an
Yeah,
example.
that's fine. She's
yeah.
totally.
So yeah, I've got them all, but that
just
Texas, that
Texas.
little Texas.
Yeah, there's a little slice of Texas that's
Yeah.
under Terry Denton, but
Yeah.
those
Right.
are more like his inside. So yes, you guys, as she says, we are all her children, and the interesting thing I believe is that my success in the world is based on you guys, and it's based on Cinda. And your success is based on me, and it's based on Cinda. And Cinda's success is based on you.
Exactly.
And it's based on me. So
Yeah.
Okay, we
if
need
you
a
know-
spreadsheet on this.
No.
Holy bucket.
We're smart enough. We can let that sift through our brains.
Put it on that
So.
infographic.
Oh, yeah. I used to be into helping do that, but maybe you guys can all just write that down and send me a note on it.
But I want to tell you guys too, if you're promoting a group and you don't know how to put together your own customized group flyer, please call me. I'll walk you through it. It's super, super simple, but it's a free advertising piece for you that you can do through our marketing site. You can pull down the Pick 5 Facebook. There's all kinds of Facebook images you can pull down for the Pick 5, and you can just put them on your Facebook and say whatever you want to say to do a little blurb on, remind people that you're traveling. I mean, sometimes neighbors and family kind of forget what you do once in a while. It's just like, oh, I never remembered they all for you, and you're just like,
Yeah, and remember, Travel Leaders has a lot of group space already blocked.
yes,
So
I'm
if
so glad
look
you brought
in
that up.
there,
Yes.
you just book right into it, and you get all of the amenities that they've
Yeah,
done.
there's
no
onboard
risk.
credits that come with the
onboard
cabins.
credits
Yes.
and all of
Fit
that.
OBC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
monetary. Yeah, depending on the cabin and the sailing, your customers will get a certain monetary value automatically just put on their
Yeah,
on their
and I mean,
invoice. So.
if you don't tell them it's somebody else, you're not going to look as stellar as you should. So be
Well, that's right. And sometimes people ask me, I have friends and family, or whatever. Well, why should I go through a travel agent? And I just want to just slap them and set them in a chair and strap them in and just go, let me tell you. But
What
those,
do you really want to do?
you don't have that on tape, do you?
No.
But seriously, you guys bring so much value to customers, and I try so hard to express why everybody should go through a travel agent. First and foremost, you have their back through everything, and my motto